For this series, this -1 to the n minus 1 is going to make this an alternating series, means the sign is going to go from positive to negative, positive, negative. And then we have the square numbers on the bottom, but we're going to skip we're going to skip 1 squared because we're going to jump right to 1 plus 1 squared. So first thing we should notice is that when we plug in 1, we get -1 to the 0, which is positive 1. That means that we're starting positive. And then obviously when we plug in 1, we get 1 plus 1 squared, which is 2 squared, which is 4. Okay, so our first term is 1/4. So because this is an alternating series, because of this, our next term is going to be a minus, because we're going to do -1 to the 1. And then we're going to jump to our next square number. So this is 1 over 9. And then we're going to go to plus 1 over 16 minus 1 over 25. Okay, so we're just jumping up to the next square number because that's what's happening here, and then we're switching between positive and negative. Okay, this next one, we have n squared over n plus 1 factorial. Sum from n equals 1 to 4 of n squared over n plus 1 factorial. Okay, so that's going to give us 1 squared to start, and then 2 factorial, which is 2 factorial is just 2, so that's 1/2. Okay, plus. We're going to have 4 on top of the next square number, and then it's going to be 3 factorial, which is 3 times 2, which is 6. Okay, so we get 4 over 6 plus. Okay, this next one is going to be the next square number 9 over 4 factorial, which is just 4 times 3 factorial, 4 times 6, which is 24. So we get 9 over 24. And then finally, we're going to go to our next square number, which is 16, and then our next factorial, which is 5 factorial, which is 5 times 24. 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 4 is 20. So 5 times 24 is 120. So we get 16 over 120. No need to simplify those terms. You can just leave them just like that.